Alright guys, just because it's the 4th of July doesn't mean it's a holiday all friggin' day. We got stuff to do. The main thing I've been working on today, it's a good chance to also review what's going on at the casa. I've been putting the final strip of molding in here today to finish up the, try to finish up the living room, and I'm pretty good at cutting angles and getting things proper fitting in there. I ran a little bit short of lumber to do the final two chooches here on this corner and back there, but no big deal. We'll finish that off, put the cover on that, and call it a chooch right there, and that's looking good. The whole place is looking good. I'm really pleased with the way it's coming together. I'd like to put a big palm tree in this corner, and I'd like to put another one over here. Add a little green to the room and fill it up nicely. And over here you'll see I'm just about finished working this area for the fish tank. That's where that's going to sit, the tall fish tank, and that should be real nice looking in there. And I got plenty of electricity for feed behind there, so no worries. So let's take a look out front, because I told you, remember I pulled those red plants from out here because they kind of looked although they were very bright and vibrant, it just gave too much red. You know, once the roses took off like you see now, you know, it just became too much red in the back, and putting the white petunias in there gave a nice color difference, and I really like the way they look, and the roses are looking beautiful, and the hydrangeas are looking great here too. See them down here, and they get enough shade that they don't burn up, and I try to give them some extra water, but I've had a lot of compliments on how lovely they look. And I got Nam, the gardener, back, and he's done a good job keeping this all squared away here and looking good, and keeping this bottle brush cut back so people can actually get through to the gate back there, because this stuff tends to hang so low, but it really makes a pretty sort of effect there. So let's head on in here and finish the rest of the chooch. The goal next summer is to paint the house, finish off the inside, try to renovate that bathroom, but I'm waiting to get the permit to hook up the sewer to the outbuilding so that I can get that done. So you know, the bedrooms are all basically done in here. Don't mind the KY jelly there, boys. It was a busy day yesterday. And the hell, I left my G-string on the bed too, so sorry guys. It looks like the 3rd of July had more banging than the 4th of July, right? So let's head outside and see what the dealio is in there. Now I'm doing, you know, it's nice. I don't use the dishwasher often, but I have this really nice built-in Bosch here, and it's so quiet you can't even hear it running, and it looks good with the cabinetry. Of course, stainless steel always looks good with the light cabinets and things. And what I want to do, the cabinet dick's going to come and put the drawer pulls and things on. Nice style. I still have to put the hood over the top with the vent, and that'll be a nice finished detail there. I like the minimal cabinets because I like to have a lot of counter space here. So let's chooch on out. Let's see what the boys doing. We're gonna get some time on Bikini Beach today, and all these dickheads do over here is drink day after day and make noise till 4 o'clock in the morning. Real crew of assholes. They're like 45-year-old assholes. But you can see the tomatoes are looking really good here. Good eating, and they'll be producing until about till November, so that'll be a good thing. Let me grab my shades here. Hi guys. Hope everybody's having a good 4th of July, but I did have some requests to update what's going on with the casas, because I had some people ask me, I think I mentioned it weeks ago, sometimes I just feel like selling the place because it's so overwhelming. And then other days I get a lot done, like yard work and all that, and I feel pretty good, like I can handle it all. But it's a lot to take care of on a 3-acre property. Let's see if the boy's still among the living. Wolfie! There you are, huh? He sees me come out here, and his first instinct is to run to the back door to see that if that's open, to see if he can get in the house. But you know, he stinks when he lays on the carpet and he slobbers, and sometimes he has accidents. So this should be funny. So let me go over here. We got the ferment going on in here, and I think that's going real good down there. And I like to give that a stir. And you can kind of see that's bubbling away. Let's see if we can get that stirred to keep that sugar moving in there. And I'm so good at making ferments now for whiskey that I don't even have to use hydrometers to measure the sugar content, the bricks and all that. I'm like popcorn Sutton, you know, and moonshine, and I can just taste it and tell you if we got a good ferment. But it should be snap, crackle, and pop, and you should be able to hear it. Yeah, she's bubbling good there, boys. So that's going to be a really fine ferment. Not this Saturday, but the following. Well, like I predicted, Wolfie had it out, and I'm sure he made a run for the border there. At the back there, he is back there. He's looking around. He tried to see if that's open, but I put his bed over here. And it's in the shade, so he's real comfortable during the daytime. So let's go. Oh well, I think the dicks have finally split. They're the only people that don't know that you should party on the 4th of July as opposed to the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd of July. So they're heading home now. Good riddance. But the problem we got here today, guys, is we got this, oh, it feels good under this mulberry tree. I'm so glad I didn't chainsaw this one down, you know, because I dropped a lot of trees on the property because it was so gloomy and dark here. It just looked like crap. So we'll head over here. You know, from a distance, oh, you think, oh, Rosie, look at that apple tree is just rocking. It's just loaded with luscious apples. And the problem is you get up close to it here, fools you, boys, because you get up close to here and you see all the apples are just they're just mushy, and they're rotten. You know, last year I gave this tree a chance to produce apples, and I did my best. I thinned it out and everything this year, and it's still producing the same rotten apples. So I'm sad to say that and here's one that's relatively good, but you know, when you go to eat it, it's all funky and mushy inside. Awful. So this tree has got to go here, but this tree is probably over 50-60 years old. This one's doing much better in the back. This is a much younger Gravenstein, and it was very overshadowed and overgrown with blackberries and stuff when I first moved here. And I really took some time to thin it out good, just like I did the other one. And you can see the size of the apples that she's producing here, and it's going to be wonderful. These are firm and crisp, and they're Gravenstein apples, a heritage variety from here in Northern California. Very popular for eating and also baking. A good general duty. I'm afraid this fig tree may have to go too. You know, it doesn't serve a lot of purpose, and I've looked at it real carefully and examined it, and the only thing I can only see like two, well, there's a few figs on it. We'll see what she produces this year. Actually, there's more than a few, so we'll see what happens this year. We got fig trees tend to get scraggly and all out of control and everything, so the production on this thing is so small relative to the size of the tree, and figs grow like weeds. So I guess I'll let this one go and just see what she produces. But boys, this tree's got to go over here for sure. You know, when you run a Rancho, guys, you got to be kind of ruthless. And because I do a lot of baking with pies and things, and we use the apples to make Applejack whiskey and stuff, You know, you got a tree like that and you're just wasting your time thinning it out and other stuff. And a lot of the bark is already gone from the trunk and things. It's just kaput, boys, and there's just nothing we can do to save her. And you just do a mercy killing, right? Just chainsaw her down and probably put an apricot tree up there, because this area can produce some real nice apricots. Let's head over the mini fruit orchard here. And the real nice thing this year, this Santa Rosa plum right here produced about 8 or 9 really tasty little purple plums. So I'm really thrilled to have that. This is the companion plum tree. It's called an elephant heart, and it's finally doing a little better. Its leaves were all dickered up earlier in the year, had some type of fungus. But we're gonna have one on that, and that's gonna be purple and very luscious. We've got the Hale Halbert variety peach here. In about 2 or 3 more weeks, these are going to be good eating, and they're normal size as opposed to the mini peaches that were produced by the Desert Gold. But I want to tell you, boys, you talk about safety. I mean, tasty. Those things were just off the hook with taste. The cherry trees, the Rainier and the Bing cherry are doing good, as are all the citrus trees here. And you know, in about 3 or 4 years we should be at full production on them, and I'll be shipping them to you guys, right, for a treat. Well, that's the update today on the Casa. And as usual, it's wonderful to have you along. I'm going to hit Bikini Beach now. I've done quite a bit of work this morning. And it is 4th of July. I think Bobby and I are going to watch the Lone Ranger later tonight and then get some dinner. I'm working tomorrow, but I'm definitely drinking tonight. So no worries. It's a half day tomorrow. I can make it. So I want to get some sun and some rays and relax a little bit. And I have a few things to talk about. So guys, I love having you along on the channel. You see the Casa, there's a lot of stuff going on, and it's basically a one-woman show plus the Wolfie boy. Where did he get to now, huh? Probably back on the concrete. He likes it down here. There he is, huh? Did you say hi to your fans? Say bye-bye. All right. Bye, guys. Enjoy the rest of your 4th of July.